Welcome to today's session on inspections and builder inspections. So today what we're going to be covering is builder inspections, and I've logged in under our new Blueprint sign-in system to show off builder inspections. What we're going to be doing is going through and logging in as a builder site supervisor. And then, if you'll just give me 1 second here, I've just got to check my sound. There we go. Okay, so now the sound is no longer echoing there. I'm just going to log in as a builder site supervisor. And it's going to load up the dashboard here. So when you first log in as a site supervisor, you're going to see the main dashboard. It's going to be filtered to show your view, kind of focus on inspections and inspection module. Now this is going to highlight to you which inspections need to be completed. As a builder site supervisor, you will primarily be responsible for initial inspections and then requesting the final inspections once they queue up. So initial inspections are typically done by the builder prior to home construction to identify any deficiencies in the lot. So cracked sidewalk, drainage swale issues, kind of missing components that you should expect to see on a lot. And then final inspections are done typically by the land developer after home construction has been completed to make sure that everything has been built where it should be and to specifications. So those are the two main types of inspections. And you can kind of jump to a list of lots at each status by clicking on the links here. So if you wanted to see which initial inspections were pending for you to complete, in this case there's 69 of them, you can click on that link and it's going to show you the list of lots. At that point you can click on any of those lots to see lot details and submit your initial inspection. Now another way to get to this same page, there are two other ways. One is just to type in the kind of municipal address or lot information directly into your search bar. It's going to pull up that lot and you're going to be able to see that submit initial inspection button as well. And then the other way is of course using the map system. So to get here, I just used the quick link on the right hand side just to click on lot map view, but you can click on the map button in your top left and that'll allow you to zoom around on your map to where the lot is, and then you can click on the lot to access that submit initial inspection button as well. So to submit an initial inspection, very, very straightforward. You can put in a job number. This is your own internal job number, so it really doesn't matter what you put in here. It's kind of your internal company identifier, and it doesn't necessarily mean anything to the land developer. This is for your own personal records. It's going to show you which builder is logged in and who the site supervisor is. In this case, it's Bill Bluegrass. And then you can go through and fill out the rest of the form. So in this case, it notes that if damaged, please check box and add comments. Please read these instructions carefully. Some land developers do have different instructions here with additional information. And then just fill out kind of if there's any issues on the lot. So in this case, we're going to put in that there's a cracked sidewalk. And then you will be required to upload some photos as well. So again, some systems, if there are no damages noted, they still do want you, as much as possible, the land developers do want you to submit your initial inspections, even if there's no damages. Just to note that, yep, you take a look at the lot, there's no issues, and you can go through and just submit that, and it'll complete the initial inspection. Typically, on most systems, if there are no damages noted, you will not have to upload photos. But if you do note damages, then these photo upload fields become required. Once you're satisfied with your initial inspection, you can click Submit, and that initial inspection will go from initial inspection pending to initial inspection completed. At that point, the land developer will go in. If there is this additional step, not all systems have it, and they will either approve or reject your initial inspection. Now you'll also notice that there's an initial inspection past due. So initial inspections do have date triggers based typically on when deposits are received on lots. So once deposits have been received, typically X number of days after those deposits are received, that initial inspection will trigger to pending. The builder will have X number of days to fill it out, and then if not filled out, it'll go to past due. In this case, past due is disabled due to current weather conditions. That's typically disabled seasonally, since initial inspections can't really be done in the depths of winter. Now, if you want to find out what your initial inspection triggers are, the best way is to contact your land developer, and they'll be able to fill you in on what those dates are. You can also click this support button in the bottom right-hand corner. It's going to just jump you to our builder guide. And then there's a section for inspections on inspection settings and dates, which do typically give you the kind of defaults. So for initial inspection, it's 1 day after initial deposit is received. And typically it's a month after that is when it goes to past due. Now with final inspections, when you're going through them, what's going to happen is that typically, and here it'll actually show you, typically about 280 days after the architectural design is approved, that's when the final inspection will queue up to be pending. Now what this means is that it's still in your control entirely, and you can decide whether or not the home has actually been completed and built. In that case, at that point, you can request the final inspection. And what that's going to do is it's going to send a notification to the land developer, and all of these events do send notifications to both land developers and builder users to let users know when they're kind of happening. On final inspection pending, once you click on that and click on your lot, you'll be able to request the final inspection. Occasionally, some systems will also require you to upload a grade slip or additional information such as the construction completion date or possession date prior to completing that submit request. So now the request for final inspection has been submitted. The land developer will receive a notification, and they'll go out to the lot and review the home and landscaping to make sure that everything is okay. So I'll show you what a typical final inspection looks like as well. So in this case, it does have additional information. Really here, there's just photo fields. I'll show you one of them that's passed or failed. So not a whole lot of information here. In this case, it's just kind of photo fields. Most systems, if they have a home and landscaping section, they will also have home details, landscaping details, and similar checkboxes to what you would have seen on the initial inspections as well. And once that final inspection is passed, then typically the land developer will go ahead and release your security deposit or damage deposits on the lots themselves. So, and if you do need access to your system or you don't see initial inspection, the module itself or the buttons to click, please make sure you are logged in as a builder site supervisor. You can click on your username in the top right hand corner to make sure that you are logged in as a builder site supervisor. If you don't have access as a site supervisor, please contact your land developer and they'll be able to set you up with access. Besides that, if you do have any additional questions, please make sure to check out the builder guide and the inspection section. It does go over inspection settings and dates, submitting inspections, what to do, how to do initial inspections and final inspections, expired inspections, what to do in those cases. Typically it involves contacting the land developer and they will reset your inspection back to pending. And then just a helpful tip, if you notice that your photos are upside down, typically it's just a phone setting issue. The phone, even if it shows up right side up in your phone, it's just because it's how it's rotated. It may need to be kind of rotated in a photo viewer prior to uploading it to the system. And that's it for today's quick training on inspections and the inspection process. If you do have any other questions, please make sure to contact Blueprint or your land developer for more information. We'd be happy to assist. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us today for Builder Inspections. Hope you found this stream useful and helpful, and we'll see you again next week.